Hi guys, welcome to this week's Gold Lap Guide. This time we take on the iconic Watkins Glen with the new, I can't believe I'm saying this, Skoda VGT in the latest online lap time challenge. I've currently got a gold time, so I'll show you what I did to achieve that. Now this is one of my favourite circuits, but I really don't like this car. It feels weird, especially under trail braking. I've no idea why Gran Turismo are wasting time, energy and resources on these electric VGT cars, but that's another video entirely. As always, make sure you stick around to the end. I'll show you pick up a few helpful tips. Now this video will be a bit stop-start in places, but I'll put a full speed lap at the end of the video. So, starting the lap. So, braking points for turn 1, the 400 marker. No gear changing obviously, a bit boring. We're going to brake hard in a straight line to maximise the longitudinal grip. So we're hard on the brakes, in a straight line. Just remember there's a little bit of camber helping you get around this corner, so use that to full advantage. Take plenty of curb there, get back on the throttle as early as you possibly can, and use all this circuit on the left hand side. You want to maximise the exit on this one, long straight ahead. I'll show you what I can get away with, track limits wise. Keep 2 tyres on the yellow and red curbing, should be absolutely fine. I could go a bit further left than this, but anywhere around here you'd be absolutely fine with this for track limits. So like I say, try and maximise this exit as much as you can. It's a long old run up this hill and we're flat out all the way. Next bit, you want to try and take this bit of flat out for the best speed you can. Get turned in nice and early. I'll take a bit too much curb there but get away with it. Avoid the wall on the right hand side because you'll invalidate your lap. And coming up to the bus stop. Braking point I like to use for this one again is the 400 marker. We'll be hard on the brakes in a straight line initially, then we're going to start to trail off. Now the trick with this is not to try and carry too much speed through the first part of it, because you want to try and take this as flat as you possibly can, try and take the straightest possible line through here. I'll show you what I mean with this example. So hard on the brakes, trail off, don't take too much curb, but you can get away with that. I'm going to try to take a flatter line through this as possible, nice and straight. Don't deviate too much from these curbs because you'll lose too much time trying to turn the car. Keep the average speed up. Away we go. I'll show you again from behind the car. It's easy to see from here. So take plenty of curb on the way in here and really abuse these curves. If you end up cutting that white line, you will get a penalty or invalidate your lap, so be careful of that. One thing I've just noticed I want to make you aware of is my braking. My end of braking point is around here. And what this enables you to do is actually take a bit more speed through the first part of the bus stop. If you try to slow down too much and accelerate from here, you'd end up losing a bit too much time. So really maximise that entry. Round where this arrow is, that's where you're going to start coming off the brakes or finishing the braking and to start put the throttle back in. Into this next section, I'm just trail braking just around here, just knocking a bit of speed off, but trying to keep the car moving. As soon as you get to the I Love New York sign, that is when you're going to want to start applying the throttle. If you're later than that on the throttle, you're going to be losing time. So when you feel you got the car turned enough, get back on the throttle, use all this circuit on the left hand side, and use more of the curb than on the left hand side than I do. Braking point for the next corner, Coca-Cola sign. I seem to like this one because the 200 seems a bit too late. Downhill braking point as well, you can be really careful, it will extend the braking zone. The brakes in this car are not fantastic. So just as the Coca-Cola sign is coming out your picture on the right hand side, use that. I really like it. So again, hard on the brakes, maximise track usage. And because this car is better going down straights than it is through corners, I use a nice late apex on this to try and get on the throttle just that little bit earlier to maximise the speed this car can give you. Use all the circuit on the right hand side if you can for the best exits. Braking points, first GT7 board on the left hand side or the 300 board, any of those will do. I'm going to brake hard in a straight line to maximise the car's braking capability yet again. So we're hard on the brakes again in a straight line, slightly downhill braking point, makes it a bit longer. Now with this again, I'm going to take a bit of a squared off line. I'm not going to get attracted too much to the apex curbing. Bit of a later apex on this one. Get it turned, there we go. Back on the throttle nice and aggressively. It'll push you out to the left hand side. And away we go. Up to this next section. Braking points. Around about the 300 marker or just after the 300 marker, but well before the 200 marker. So again, we're hard on the brakes in a straight line. Make sure you hug this white line on the outside. Try and open this corner up as much as possible. Now don't take too much speed for this because you'll lose time on the way out. Get the car nice and slowed down. Back on the throttle as early as you possibly can. Use all this circuit on the left hand side. Keep 2 tyres on the yellow and red curbing. 200 marker, that is the braking point for the next little bit. So we'll be hard on the brakes just for a brief moment to knock the speed off. Now I'm going for a V'd off line here as well, but I just get it slightly wrong and end up on the other side of that little ridge. Just avoids me getting the car turned in quick enough. Try and get a bit tighter than I do there. Back on the throttle as early as you can though. Use all the circuit on the right hand side. Last little bit, somewhere around the 240, 250 mark, i.e. somewhere between the 300 and the 200 markers. I'm going to brake about 80%-ish, just to knock a little bit of speed off, but try and maintain as much speed as I can through this left-hander. So we're on the brakes, 80%, quickly on, quickly trailed off. Take as much speed through here as you can. You've got to really maximise what you can do with this car laterally. Don't go over that curb, you'll invalidate your time. Last braking points. Just as the tarmac on the right hand side goes into the grass, there's a little V section there. You can just see where the arrow is there. I use that as a braking point. It's the best one I can really find for this car on this circuit. And I'm going to try and get the car as far over to the left hand side as possible to try and open up this last corner. Now I don't quite get it all the way over to the left hand side. Try and do a better job than I do. Just open this corner out. Take a little bit of curb if you can. Back on the throttle as early as you possibly can. Use all the circuit on the left hand side. Miss the wall because you'll invalidate your time. Full throttle all the way down to the line for a 135.038, which is good enough for 1%, and at time of recording, 60th in the world. Now, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to leave a full speed lap in cockpit mode for you to enjoy. I really hope you've got some value out of this. If you have got some value, then please do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks very much, guys. Have a great week. I will see you next time. Cheers.